Announcing the Reitman Teacher of the Year Award. First of all, I'd like to recognize that the students sagely dedicated the yearbook this year to Casey Cobblebeck. Congratulations, Casey. You were Teacher of the Year. Okay, so I know you've been celebrated as teacher twice in my tenure. Congratulations. And so a separate award, one of the two honors given to teachers, one is, of course, is the students voting to whom the yearbook is dedicated. The Reitman Teacher Award was established by the Reitman family, and Casey is a former recipient of this. It honors that teacher who, in the estimation of the students and the faculty of Cushing Academy, so we vote together, has achieved distinction as a teacher. This award represents, in my opinion, the highest honor that we can bestow upon any faculty member in our community. Over the last 14 years, Cushing students have been selected to introduce the Reitman Teacher of the Year to us. So at this time, I would like to invite Carolyn Stanclift from the class of 2012 and Sonny Mastromatteo from the class of 2011 to join me on the podium to assist me with the presentation.
Hello. Hello parents, guests, faculty, and fellow classmates. My name is Sonny Mastromatteo, and this is my second year at Cushing. Before I announce the award, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's helped me here. It was a lot to change schools after 3 years of being in a public school, coming here, and it really made me a better person, and it was a great choice. Even though I've only known this teacher for 1 year, he has been a true inspiration to me and for everyone else who has known him here at Cushing. I have never met anyone aside from my parents who put the world on pause and made it all about you. This teacher was so selfless and dedicated to the success of each of his students. I wish I had more time to really get to know him, like many of my friends do. As well as being a teacher, I had the pleasure of watching him coach at Cushing. Just like in the classroom, he was able to bring out the most in his players, from problems in the game or in practice to problems in their lives. He would come to late practices, sacrificing those nights with his family, only to help the girls because he cared about the team so much, just as he cares about his students. In the classroom, he held his students to the highest standards. He once told us at the beginning of the year, in the class overview, that he would make this work from day one until the last day of school. Today, we had him last period, and he went past the bell by 10 minutes. What you may not realize, though, is that anyone who had him in class did not care about leaving early because it was such an interesting and engaging class. He had no favorites in class and never held a grudge on his students if they did not do their homework. He even had pity on certain people who could not read. He cared so much about us as students that he never allowed his personal life and struggles to interfere with his work. He was a true professional, and the way he carried himself showed us as students how much of a leader and role model he was. And he inspired us. To do the best that we could. Through his dedication and passion for what he does, myself and my fellow classmates always had a great respect for him. We did not want to ever disappoint him because he never once has disappointed us. This teacher is truly one of the most dedicated and passionate faculty members at Cushing, and it is perfect for him to be recognized as one of the people this community could not live without.
With the words of the Teacher of the Year in my head, I tried to find the Under Armour analysis, both the overarching view and the specific examples of what makes him such an amazing teacher. He is challenging, willing, and caring. In the beginning of the fall term, the first quality was probably more of a deficit than a benefit to his teaching. Looking back in my planner, I saw a read appendix of Seagull Reader with the frown face next to it. Reading quizzes on the most bizarre details the next day made the work seem insurmountable. On top of reading the appendix of various books and quizzing us on them, he threw language proofs at us, which no one in the class had ever heard of. I really thought that I wasn't going to make it through hypothetical syllogisms. He prefaced our first test of the year with ultimatum that most of us would fail, the first time. Although he is challenging beyond belief, pushing students to limits of frustration, he gives you enough confidence that no matter what challenging material he throws at you, he will help you succeed. I came to realize that Mr. Bala is willing to take not only the extra step, but the extra mile to make his students succeed. The program says, do one more. Well, Mr. Bala must have read that over and over because he goes far above and beyond one more. He is willing to make time for extra help sessions, whether that is an extra time structured with him on Wednesday nights, or walking all the way up to the rink to give us feedback on writing assignments at our tennis match, or volunteering to chaperone an all-night senior party. Even with his busy schedule, as a father, teacher, coach, and academic dean, he is willing to put the time that he has no obligation to do. There are very few of us who are willing to go the little extra that is not required, and he is not only willing, but eager to exceed expectations. Most importantly, Mr. Bala cares for his students far beyond the classroom, and is not afraid to help steer us in the right direction, even if he knows the words are not what we want to hear, but need to hear. Each of Mr. Bala's lessons contain deeper meanings as he tries to impart wisdom unto us and shape our thought process for the future. Mr. Bala has the grace of knowing exactly what to say when you need advice, or just someone to talk to. Mr. Bala's caring nature can never be learned or taught. He happens to be one of the lucky ones who possess this defining quality innately. I realized after I finished proofing this that Mr. Bala's teaching had been ingrained in my head so prominently that even my speech has thought paragraphs in it. And yes, I did an outline too, Mr. Bala. His teachings are so fervent that they become subconscious. The ability to convey messages so strongly that they become habitual demonstrates his mastery of the craft of teaching. His qualities make him a great teacher, but the ability to impart knowledge to the point where it becomes life-changing is why he is Teacher of the Year.